Okay, and now I'll open up. So, welcome to the Raleigh-Durham Small Business Owners and Professionals LinkedIn group, Meet the Member. Today we're meeting Dragona Mendel. She's the president and owner of ANAGARD. Dragona, it's great to speak to you today. Now, the way we're going to start this is to have you do your elevator pitch, and we do that for two reasons. One, it allows for you to do a brief introduction of yourself and your business. But secondly, it's an opportunity for us to learn from each other. So as we listen to your elevator pitch, we may pick up a pointer or two that we can use in ours. So if you're ready, share your elevator pitch with us.
Well, thank you, Bill. Thank you for having me here. My name is Dragona Mendel. I'm the founder of the ANAGARD Business Consulting, a consulting firm for small businesses and startups that I had founded 3 years ago. I like to think about myself as a Sherpa for entrepreneurs. It takes a lot of work, a lot of heavy lifting to reach the top, whatever that top is, no matter how tall or small your goals are. We all want to be independent and have successful businesses. I work with you as work with small business owners and startup founders to get the businesses off the ground. I think we all know that over half of the businesses, they go out of business in the first 5 years. So those beginning stages are very important to have a proper foundation for the business to grow. And I work on your go-to-market strategy. I work on your customer discovery process, which is very important for startups that are just developing a brand new concept, brand new business model, and they're trying to disrupt the existing industry and offer a new solution. And finally, I work with innovators and scientists on technology commercialization process, and then trying to figure out how they can reach the customer, the paying customer at the end of with that new technology. What can that market be? So I'm getting my hands dirty every day, and the partner to the C-level executive, even though your team may have 2 or 3 people on board right now, it doesn't mean that your work is any easier. It's just harder with having less resources. And I want you to be that resource, that confidant that you can talk about any problems that you have and share your dreams. And hopefully I can get you one step closer to your dream.
Great, very good. So tell us a little bit more about ANAGARD. What are the services do you provide, and a little bit more about the markets that you serve?
I like to differentiate my clients between startups and small businesses. And what they have in common, those two segments are they are either new or they have a new product they want to launch to the market. In either case, what's really important for both startups and small businesses to understand the customer.
Mm-hmm.
So without understanding the customer, you will not be able to fulfill their needs and solve the problems that they have. And what I see that a lot of, especially startups, make this mistake, they kind of execute on a self-fulfilling prophecy. They may spot a problem that they may personally have and then extrapolate that to the whole population of the United States, which is not necessarily the case. Only because I have a problem that is bugging me, that doesn't mean that problem is large enough to have a business.
Right.
Or it doesn't mean that the solution is effective enough to have enough paying customers. So that's where I come into the place. I'm adding a level of sanity to the process of the customer discovery. One of the mistakes I see is that people are, when they go out and talk to potential customers, when they want to test their idea, to test their business model, is they ask leading questions. And people, because they want to be friendly, they want to help you out. Yeah. Most of the time they will answer, yes, I love your idea. I will buy your product. But at the end of the day, when you actually work hard and spend months prototyping and you start calling it, knocking on the door and say, hey, I'm ready. You told me you really love my idea. Are you going to buy it? The story changes. So market research, understanding the competition, understanding the solutions that are already available out there in the market is really important, so you don't actually spend your time building something that people will not buy. And that comes from my career as a software engineer. My first 15 years of my corporate career, engineering, we like to build. We don't care about customers. We like to build complicated things because it's fun for us, engineers.
Yeah, very good.
It doesn't make the customer like all these features. So that's very difficult. For small businesses, most of the time they will go out and start looking for a loan from a bank, and they need to have a business plan. So, how many business owners do you know that are running a successful business that have time to write a 30 pages long business plan document?
Very few.
Very few. It doesn't mean they don't know how to do it. They don't have time to do it.
That's right. Yep.
So that is another aspect that I do. And kind of going back to the startups, once they have figured out who the customer is, most of the time they also going to be needing money from investors.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I come as a jack of all trades and to help them put the compelling investment story together so they can actually raise $1 million or $2 to get the company on the growth path.
Yeah. Dragona, what do you think we would find surprising about your business when you tell us?
Hopefully not a lot, but I think I am in a unique situation. I serve small businesses, micro businesses, businesses that are just starting out.
Uh-huh.
So I think it's surprising that I am in this business in the first place. It is much easier to be a consultant to establish business,
Uh-huh.
to go in and help out business that already have significant revenues, and they help them out with maybe marketing strategy, streamline the operation. When you are going into the business that is completely new, it can be overwhelming to figure out what you should be focusing on first.
Right.
Because your to-do list is extremely long. You have to narrow it down to the top 3 things that you can execute in the next 3 months, and then the next 3 months.
Okay. So tell us how you got into this business.
Well, the reason how I got into this business is after spending the first 15 years in a corporate world, where I had a steady W-2 paycheck,
Right.
but I was also working in research and development. So I was always working on the brand new products. At some point when I wanted to transition out from the engineering technical role to the product management role, everybody who would hire me was asking me for an MBA.
Right.
I didn't have an MBA. So when I decided to get an MBA and put all of my into tremendous investment, I did some soul searching and asked myself, do I want to go back to the corporate world? And the answer was no, absolutely not. My passion was to work with small businesses, entrepreneurs, help out the local community, for all of us to work together and hopefully have a meaningful contribution to our local community, local economy. That's where my passion is.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, I do remember you when I was getting an MBA at NC State, you were one of the presenters, and I will never forget you mentioning that being in the same similar position that I am today, that you miss every day all the resources, money, people, equipment you had available to you when you were in AT&T.
That's right.
I feel the same way when I was in IBM. If I need equipment, a tool, a software package, advice, consultation with a colleague, I can get it. Being a small business owner, entrepreneur, You have to network with your local community. You have to build a virtual team around you. So I really appreciate you for putting this initiative together so all of us, people, small business owners in the Raleigh-Durham area, can know who we are so we can help each other out.
Well, I appreciate that. It's my pleasure. You know, as we journey through our business experiences, we learn some valuable lessons. Share with us what book you've read or advice you've been given or experience that you've had that you think would be valuable to the rest of us, and why?
My mindset is always on innovation, and I like to study business models. I like to study how businesses are actually making money and why. So from that perspective, when I meet with potential clients or just people who need a little bit of help, I always like to go back to the business model canvas. The business model canvas, it's a tool that's been written by Alexander Osweiler, and he's working closely with Steve Blank, one of the top leaders in entrepreneurships and startups. And it's a really nice, it's just one sheet of paper that has 9 building blocks of the business. So the first question you have to ask yourself, what is your value proposition? Who is your customer, and why do you want to buy your product?
Right.
And not your competitor. That's the heart of every business. It sounds simple, but it is the hardest thing to define for all businesses, especially new and young ones just starting out.
Very good.
It's very hard.
Excellent.
Once you have that question answered, everything else will fall very easily into place. From that point on, you know how many people you need to hire, what kind of equipment do you need, how much that is going to cost. You will figure out the pricing strategy and the revenue coming in, who will be your partners, your community. That will come into the place now organically. But the hardest thing is, what is the value proposition? And with that, I would definitely recommend another book that he wrote, which is the Value Proposition Design. So value proposition design and business model canvas, those are the tools I use all the time to get to the bottom of who your customer is, why they want to buy from you, for how much, and how you're going to deliver your product to them.
Wonderful. Thank you. Dragona, I want to thank you for joining us today. I've learned quite a bit from meeting you, and I'm sure that the rest of the members of the Raleigh-Durham Small Business Owners and Professionals LinkedIn group have so as well. I hope you'll join us in the future at some of our live networking events and webinars that we have planned. And again, I'd like to thank you for joining us today, and I wish you much business success.
Thank you, Bill, and look forward to meeting everybody else in the group.
Safe.